Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
Hello everyone.
Hello,
Am I
sir.
audible to all?
Hello, sir.
Very good evening and welcome to all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Good
Would
evening.
I request with you all guys kindly mute your mic. Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello. Kindly mute your mic. Hello.
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 Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Okay. So this is our first day of this training that we are going to start under the title of ETABS, RCDC, along with the help of Excel for the design of complete structure and to go with ease and to understand everything and to avoid all kinds of the problems and disturbances. Here you all have to follow some instructions, and I can say these all are the guidelines how to attend the session so that we can move effectively and we can learn everything in a better way so that there will be no disturbance. Got it? So I will requesting to all of you, just follow these instructions that I'm going to cover here throughout the training of this software. Okay, so out of them, very first and most important thing will be, whenever you are going to attend the session, make sure that your microphone should be on mute condition unless and until it is required to unmute, because unnecessarily it is going to create the disturbance to the others. Even it is going to create the disturbance to me while delivering the concept, as well as it is going to create the disturbance to the other viewers. So you have to keep in mind your microphone should be on mute condition unless and until it is required. If you have to speak something, if you have to tell something, you can unmute. You can put your query, you can put your doubt. Thereafter, you have to keep unmute because your background noise is actually creating the problem. So very first thing throughout the training, you have to keep in mind. Second instruction is what? Don't ask any question in between of my explanation. If I'm going to deliver anything, if you are going to discuss anything, so don't ask any question. In between of that, let me complete that part first, then you can ask the question. It is not I'm going to restrict to all of you that you are not allowed to ask a question. No, please ask a question, whatever you are having in your mind. Please ask. But let me complete the topic first. First, let me complete, then you have to ask your question. Okay. Thereafter, the next will be, if you have any query or doubt during my session, during my explanation, you can write your doubt in the chat box. I can read that, and if I feel it is important to answer instantly, I will definitely try to answer that question if it is related to ongoing topic. Got it? But if it is not, if I feel it is not important to answer at that time, so I will skip that. I will take it at the end of my explanation. Right? Now next, that is what? Avoid to ask any question which is not related to ongoing topic. It's the most important point. Most of the time, what participants are doing, suppose I'm talking about the discussion about the design of the column. Suppose I'm talking about the discussion about the design of the slab, and someone is asking about the design of the foundation. Are you getting my point? So, like, don't do this. Whatever the topic is ongoing, ask the question related to that only. Be bother about that only. Okay. So don't ask the question which is not related to ongoing topic. Otherwise, it is what creating the problem. And here one more thing I would like to add. See, here we are going to start with the basic, then we will come to intermediate level, then we will come to the advanced level. So here we are going to discuss about the software. Now someone is here. We are going. This is our first session. So students, what are the students are doing? They are asking about the earthquake loading. This is our first session. We are going to start. We have to understand, because I have arranged everything in sequence. I have arranged everything in a proper manner, in a proper sequence. I will take everything. I will cover everything in detail one by one. So if you are asking the question that I am going to cover in 30th session, you are asking now, and you are expecting to answer, because that is in my plan. I will cover in detail at the 30th session, at the 25th session. You are asking now. So you have to bother about whatever what we are discussing. Okay, don't ask the question which we'll cover on later stage. Okay, so better way is what? Be stuck with the what is actually ongoing. Okay, be okay. Kindly mute your mic. Hello. Who is there? Okay. So I hope you all understood what I'm trying to explain. Avoid to ask any question which is not related to ongoing topic. Now next is what? In every session, try to join the meeting 5 to 10 minutes before the scheduled time. In every session, it's a request with you all guys. Try to join the meeting 5 to 10 minutes before of this scheduled time. And here right now, I have shared the link privately on your WhatsApp, but it will not be always will be shared on your WhatsApp, because we have a panel. Our website is there. Many of you are knowing how to attend the session through that website, but many of you are not knowing how to attend the session. So after the completion of today's session, be present those who are not knowing how to attend the session through the website panel. Okay, so at the end of this video, I will let you know how to attend the session and how to get the recording and everything. I will explain in detail. Is that all okay? Hello?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now next.
Yes, sir.
So like as I told you, we have to cover this complete training in 3 parts: start level, intermediate level, advanced level. So now we are going to initiate with the start level. Hope you all are with me. So like let me come to this part. Okay, very interesting and very important point. First, we need to understand the history of the software that we are going to learn about. Okay, so ETABS software. So let's try to understand what is the full form of this ETABS software. So ETABS is extended 3-dimensional analysis of building system. Okay, so you have to remember this. What is the full form of this ETABS software? And it is actually the product of CSI, Computer Structure Incorporation. This was initially developed as a simple program, and later means it was developed as a simple program by the by the students, those who are pursuing their masters in 1975. On later stage, it is openly like released as a integrated analysis and design software in 1985. As I told you, this is the product of Computer Structure Incorporation. So this is not only the product of this CSI. There are so many other products are there, and their functions are different, their utilities are different. So ETABS software is there, CSI Safe software is there, CSI Bridge is there, Perform 3D is there, CSI Column is there. So like the use of these all different products, all these different softwares are different. So like if you are going to analyze and design the superstructure, so it is better to go with the ETABS software. If you are going to design the substructure foundation, so you have to use the Safe software. CSI Bridge is there, Perform 3D is there, CSI Column is there. Okay, so like if you are going to design high-rise structure, which is RCC structure, so there is no option except of using this ETABS software. It is best suited for the building structure that you can read in this full form, extended 3-dimensional analysis of building system. So it is best suitable and convenient to use for the design of high-rise structure, which is RCC. No doubt, in this software you can deal the steel structure also, composite structure also, but it is best suited for the building system, building structures, RCC structure, and high-rise structure. Most of the iconic structures of the world were analyzed and designed in this ETABS software. Out of them, the well-known structure is what Burj Dubai. That is what analyzed and designed in this ETABS software. Likewise, as I told you, most of the iconic tall structure of the world were analyzed and designed in this ETABS software. Actually, there are so many things is needed to understand, but yeah, we are going to sum up here. And there is different versions of this ETABS software. It might be in your knowledge. There are different versions. 2015 version is there, 2016 version is there, 2017, 18, 19. So every year they are releasing the new version. Now it may be a question in your mind. So what is the difference between this version? If I'm using 15 version and someone is using 19 version, so that is better. I'm not better. So it is not like that. Version difference, there is a difference is there between this version, but that is not going to matter a lot. There is some difference between the operations only. If you are going to practice with the 15 version, if you are going to practice with the 22 version, so obviously like updations difference will be there, but the functions will be same. And what difference will be there, I will let you know on later stage. Okay, when you will come to commands and dealing with the software in detail, I will let you know what is the difference between these versions. If you are going to practice with 15 and someone is going to practice with 2021-22 version of ETABS software, so what difference, what problems will be there, I will let you know in detail. But here it is not matter a lot, that you need to remember. Got it? So whatever the version you have, you are having, let it to be. Some of the students, what they are doing means they are worried about it. Like I am having 15 version, I should go for the 22 version. So don't do this. Whatever version you are having, let it to be. Is that all okay? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just a minute. Give me a minute. Wait. Yes, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now my screen visible. Okay. Now, after that, we have to understand user interface of this ETABS software. User interface of this ETABS software. And before of that, we have to understand when you are going to open this software, how the welcome screen will be. How your welcome screen will look out. So just see, when you are going to open the software without of internet connection. Hello, is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you are going to open the software without of internet connection, so what you will be able to see here, nothing will be there on your screen. Nothing will be there on your screen because there is no internet connection. But if you are going to open the software with internet connection, so you will have this kind of welcome screen. Now let's try to understand what is the difference between. So like when you open the software, so there is with internet connection. So top main menu bar, this latest news will be there. When you click on this latest news, so like what actually the is new developments, new versions of different softwares are there. What updations are there in these CSI products? That all you can find from this latest news. And obviously updates you will get when your system is connected with the internet. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah. So yeah, updates will be there. What ETABS version is there? What 2019? When I captured this image, so latest version was 2019. When you are now, if you are going to open your software with internet connection, you will get 21 version, 20 version, whatever the update version is there, that you will be able to see here. Okay, so this is what actually is going on in the company and what
Sir,
new products are. Sorry?
Visible. Screen is not visible. Only white screen is coming.
Okay,
Screen
wait.
is not visible.
Yeah, okay, good.
Only white screen is visible, sir.
Yeah.
Now it's visible.
Visible.
Now it's visible. Check it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's
Yes,
visible.
yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, good. Okay. Now see, once you open this software with internet connection, so what will be there? This CSI latest news will be there. What actually is the updations are there, so that you will find from here. And if you are not going to, if you are opening the software without of internet connection, so blank will be there. Nothing will be there. Right.
Yes.
So this is the difference that and for this I'm talking. So latest news. So all the updates you can find from here. Then resources. When you click on these resources, so like some video, some PDF formats are there. So many things you will be able to find. That are what user guides. When you are going to buy any gadgets, hello,
Yes, sir.
any item. So there is a user guideline. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
User guidelines are there. Likewise, when you are going to open this software, so in these resources, here I'm on the image, so I'm not able to open this. So when you click these resources, so some of the videos, some of the PDFs, you will be able to see. You will be able to find. You can read out that. You can watch that, and you can learn from that also. So that is what
Yes.
user guide of this ETABS software. And what product releases. So if you would like to directly jump to the website of this CSI company, so you have to click on this product releases. So this will take you all to the website directly. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Now, here on the left hand side, kindly mute your mic. Now, new model. It is what? New model. You have to click on new model if you want to start a new project. If you would like to start a new project, you can click over this first option, new model. But if you want to open any existing model, so you have to click over this open existing model. Once you click over this open existing model, so it is asking which model you would like to open. You have to click over that. But if you are going to click over this new model, so once you click over this new model, it will take you all to the new dialog box. Okay, let me demonstrate it. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. See, my system is connected with the internet. That's why I'm having this welcome screen. And see here, what new update is there? ETABS 2020 version is there, new update. Okay. Now, it's suppose I'm going to click over this new model. Once I'm click over this new model, so what will be there? It is this software will take me to this model initialization dialog box. But I'm not happy to go with this. Cancel it. Now, again, close it. Again, I'm going to open this software. Very basic thing I'm trying to explain. Some of you may think that I know all these things, but yeah, it is very important for beginners, those who are looking this ETABS software first time. Okay. Now, next, new model, then open existing model. When you click over this new model, open existing model, it is asking which model you would like to open. These all are my projects. 1, 2, 3. If suppose I want to open this project, so I will click over this. I will simply click over the open. So new model will be open. First thing. Okay. This is the way. What does it mean by this recent model option? This window will tell you about like a recent model on which you are working, means last time you are working on which project, that will be available here. So I'm working on this fifth project last time. So like I don't need to go to this new model. I don't need to go to this open existing model. I can directly click over this recent model. So my model will be open. I can resume my work. Okay, so like suppose I am dealing any project. Now, due to some instant work, I have to close that model, that work. I have to go, then I will come back. Again, I will open the software. When I'm going to open the software, so the last work will be here on the first. Then next to that, all the projects will be available here. So I will click over this. So my last model will be open here. Is that all okay?
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
this
sir.
is the
Yes, sir.
way. Okay. Now next on the top hand side, on the top, you will be able to see this is one. Let me show you in the image. It is called as file, edit, view, define, draw, select, assign. These all are the called as top main menu bar. Can you repeat it once?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. File, edit, view, define, draw, select, analyze.
Okay.
Design.
Mute your mic. It is called as what? Top main menu
Top
bar.
menu bar.
Okay, it is what top main menu bar we are calling it. So many options are there when you come to the software in top main menu bar. Or suppose my system is not connected with the internet, then how I can open the any existing project, how I can open start a new project. So no need to worry about. If your system is not connected with internet, so obviously nothing will be there here. So go to file, go to new model. So you can start your model here. You can start your project from here. If you want to open any existing model, you have to click over this open existing model. So these two options are there. These two options are there. You can start your new project. You can start open any existing model. So these two options are there. Thereafter, edit there, view is there, define is there. So it is what top main menu bar. This is called as top main menu bar. There are sub options are there. In edit, so many options are there. In view, so many options are there. In define, so many options are there. That's why it is called as top main menu bar. Then next to that, there are so many options you will be able to see here. This is called as quick access bar. This is called as what? Quick access bar. Okay, it is called as quick access bar, and this is called as top main menu bar. Okay, so when I'm going to click over this file, and now I'm going to click over this new model. Okay, so this all top main menu bar, edit, view, define, draw will be enabled only when you are inside of the software. When you are inside of the project, when you are initiating the project, then only you will be able to edit the you will be able to use this command: edit, view, define, draw, select. So as you can find from here, so many options are there under each top main menu bar. Okay, so like I would like to open a new project, so I need to click over this new model. Once I click over this new model, so go to use built-in setting with. Once you click over this, okay, so like when you go to open a new project, new model, new work, if you are going to initiate, so model initialization dialog box you will get, and you will be able to find these three options there. These three options are there, and you need to understand what does mean by these three options in detail. What does mean by these three options in detail? So very first is what? Use saved user default setting. You have to go. You have to use this what? Use saved user default settings. Okay. So what does mean by this first option? Use saved user default setting. Like suppose if you are going to deal any project which is G plus, which is for example G plus 10 floor building. For an example, it is G plus 15 floor building. And if you are going to deal with the G plus 20 floor building, so there are so many elements will be there. There may be different sections of a column. There may be different sections of your beam. There may be different sections of your, I can say, shear wall. There may be different sections of, there may be different material properties. There may be different kinds of loadings. There may be different types of load patterns. There may be different types of load cases. There may be different types of load combination, and making the definition of all these things taking hell lot of time. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you are going to deal any high-rise structure, and if you are going to define the load combination, so that load combination will be about up to 100 load combination, and defining 100 load combination at least taking 30 to 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour. Hello.
Yes, sir.
If you are going to define the load cases, material properties, section properties, it is again taking at least 30 minutes to 1 hour. So if suppose like I am going to initiate any project, every time I need to put at least 1 hour, okay, for everything, for every basic definition, for every project, I need to do the same thing. So it is effective work. Tell me.
Not
No, sir.
effective.
No.
Every time for every project, you have to like spend the 1 hour. Every time you have to do that. Then the problem is what? There should be some solution for that. So that solution you will be able to find with this first option, use saved user default setting option. It means what? Software giving an option like, okay, let me explain well. Come to this ETABS software again. Okay, now I would like to go to this project. Okay. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, suppose this is the project, and let's see what are the different things. These are the different load patterns, sorry, material properties. These are the different sections for the slab, for the frame. There are so many sections are there. Then go to define, then load pattern. These are the different load patterns. Then go to define, then go to load combination. There are this so many number of load combinations are there. Yeah, these are the by default, but sometimes we are defining the load combination manually. So suppose this much load combination, if you are going to define manually, so it is taking a lot of time. So if I'm going to initiate any project again, same kind of project, like suppose it is G plus 10. Now next project I have to deal, which is G plus 12. Next project I have to deal, that is what, G plus 25. So for every project I have to spend my one hour every time. So that is not, I am feeling, is means effective way of working. So what I will do, software has given the option, all the basic definition of any particular project, you can take as a default definition. You can save that as a default definition. You can set all these definition, basic definition. You can save all of them in the memory of the ETABS software as a default setting, and you can repeat it again and again for the every new project. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how, suppose this is the project. Okay, see,
Yes,
just look at section property, frame section. So these three sections are there. Okay, remember this. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this all definition of this model, basic definition of the model, in the memory of the ETABS software as a default definition. So I need to go to this option, and here the option is what? Save user default setting. Once I'm clicking over this, so all the definition where software is going to save in its memory, in its what? Memory. So save user default setting. Once you click over this, now it is what? Saved. default setting were successfully saved. Okay, now I'm coming to this software. Now I have to start the same kind of project. I have to initiate the same kind of project. So what I would like to do, I need to capture all the basic settings of that project in new project. Okay, so which option I should use? Either first, second, and third. Hello.
First.
Yeah, good. You saved user default setting. I am going to proceed with this. Let's say simply okay. So what software is doing? Software will recall all that definitions of that particular model in new model. Okay, let it to be all these things we'll talk about in detail after some time about this dialog box. Not say simply okay. Let's say okay. Now it is now inside of this project. Now just tell me. We have defined any load, any material property with this project for this project.
No.
Whether we have defined any section property for this project.
No.
Whether we have defined any load pattern for this project.
No.
Load combination for this project. Nothing we have done.
No.
But still see. Go to define. Go to load pattern. It is all are available here. Go to define. Go to load combination, all that same load combinations are available here. Go to define, go to section property, go to frame section, all that section properties are available. So that is what it is good or not. Hello.
Yes, sir.
It is good.
It's good. Now, next thing is what? Try to understand. Suppose, okay, this is what RCC structure or steel structure? Tell me.
This is RCC structure.
It is RCC structure. Now,
Yes, sir.
see, and tell me, we have saved the definition of this model in the ETABS memory, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Now, next time, we're going to design G+20 floor RCC building. So this definition is useful, right or wrong?
Yeah, it's useful.
Yes, it will be useful. But suppose next time I have to deal the steel structure, then tell me this definition will be useful or not?
No, it
No,
will
sir.
not useful for that.
Whatever the definition you have saved in the memory of the ETABS software, that all definition is not useful. Kindly mute your mic. Who is there? Okay. So then what is the solution of this problem? Suppose next time I have to start a steel structure. So I need to have that basic definition of steel structure. So here the problem for me, I have saved the file of this model. So some of you may suggest that go to any steel project and save the property of steel project. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So actually, in ETABS software, at a time, you can save the definition of one model only. You can save the definition of one model only at a time. Okay, so if suppose I'm going to open any steel project, steel structure, and if I'm going to save the definitions of this steel structure, so previous definition will be what? Discarded, will be deleted, and new definition will be updated. Hello. Then when you are again going to deal with the RCC structure, then your definition will be of steel structure. Again, you need to change it. So it is not the hectic job. Tell me.
It is hectic.
It is hectic job. Then there should be a solution for that. So yeah, software is giving the solution for that. Go to file, go to new model, say no. Yeah, when you come to this, the second option, use setting from a model file. Now you are totally free. Now you are totally free. The second option is what very like very interesting option it is. See, use setting from a model file. So it doesn't matter whether you want to proceed with the RCC, whether you want to have the definition of steel. It's your choice. If you are checking this use setting setting from a model file, this option. So it is asking which model definition you would like to carry for new project. So it's your choice. You can go with the RCC, you can go with for steel, you can go with any composite, your choice. Whatever the model you are selecting, suppose I would like to have the definitions of this fifth model. Say select this, say okay. So software will automatically capture all the definition of that fifth model. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Is that all okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now next, third option, go to file, go to new model. In this, the third option is what? Used in build setting with. So if you are not having any definition, if you are not having any existing model, or you want to set everything from nothing, you want to start anything from nothing, so you have to proceed with third option. Is that all okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you are going to use this model initialization option, so display unit option is there. So 3 display units are there, US customary, and second one is the metric SI, and third one is the metric MKS system. So wait for a minute. The third option is what? Use built-in setting with display unit, metric SI. If you would like to work in meter, centimeter, in mm, or loading in kilonewton, so you have to go with the metric SI. If you would like to work in feet, inches, you have to work with the US customary option. So these two unit system normally we are using. Okay. So it all depends on your architectural plan, the unit of your architectural plan. If it is in feet and inches, so you have to go with the US customary option. If your architectural plan is in mm or in or your loading is in kilonewton, so you have to go with the metric SI option. So your choice with which option of unit system you would like to proceed. But it is not the meaning that once you have decided the unit here, you can't change it on later stage. It is not like that. You can change the unit system anytime at any stage of the project. Okay. How to do that? I will let you know. Now, steel section database. Steel section database means the set of or the the definitions of different standard sections of the steel elements, standard sections, standard sizes of steel sections of different shapes that were defined by different countries. Okay, so for the Indian country, we have to use what? Indian steel code might be in your knowledge. You might have seen steel code. So steel database. So all the definitions of steel sections, I section, channel section, L section, T sections. What are the different dimensions? If suppose I'm telling IMB of 200, so all the standard sizes of IMB 250 that will be updated in the ETABS software itself. So all the section will be updated in the software itself. If you are going to define the country here, for which country you would like to consider steel section database. Now, steel design code. So based on your country, you have to decide the steel design code. So for the India, you have we know that the basic code for the design of steel structure is what? IS 800 2007. And what is the basic code for the design of concrete structure? So it is what? IS 456 2000. You have to check all these things and let's say simply okay. Once you click on this okay, the software will take you all to the new dialog box under the title of new model quick templates. Software will take you all in the new dialog box, new model quick templates. It's a very important part of discussion. Okay. So Rishi, do you have any question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please fast.
When do we need to apply the earthquake code? Where do we have to select the earthquake code? That is 13920.
Sorry.
Where do we select the earthquake code 13920?
That I will let you know on the later stage that we have to define it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
When you are defining the load pattern, there we have to define that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Here only you have to define the basic code. Okay. For the steel and for RCC basic code.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now next, grid system. Here we have to define the in-plan definition, in-plan like line out of your project, or hide the line out of your project. Means what? Try to understand. Without of having the grid lines, you will not able to prepare your model. You will not able to prepare your structure. Grid lines means what? That is what? Just a reference lines. You need to create the reference line. Okay. So that will guide you where to take the column, where to take the beams, where to put the slab, okay, where to draw the joint. So that all will become easy when you are going to define the grid lines, when you are going to prepare the grid lines. Let me show you. If I'm giving this space and I'm asking to draw the you are drawing there, so it is very difficult. But if I'm giving the lines, okay, reference lines, if suppose I'm giving you and then I'm asking draw the points and line, okay, so that will be easy for you to create that, create your drawing. The same thing is with your model. Okay, when I'm giving the some reference line, so there will be the less chances of mistakes also. So that also we are practicing in the software. We are taking the help of the grid lines. That grid lines will help us to create our model correct, to avoid the problems of error, to avoid the problems of modeling. So this is called as in-plan definition. So this is what on left hand side, grid dimension, in-plan definition. And on the right hand side, overhead definition, like how many levels are there, how many floors are there, and what are their respective heights. That all you have to define from here. So in-plan definition you have to set from here, overhead definition you have to set from here for every new project. Okay, so this is called as what? Grid lines, and this will be what? Not clearly visible, very light, or their transparency is very less. So it's very just I tell you these are the reference line. You can make it to be visible, you can make it to be invisible. Once your work gets completed, you can remove it. Once you need to have this, you will make it to be in view. Your choice. So it is called as what? Just a reference line. It is considered as what? Just a reference line, and called as what? Grid lines. So in ETABS software, if you like to prepare these grid lines, okay, if you like to prepare this grid line, so there are three methods to prepare the grid lines in the ETABS software. Very first method is what? Offset point method. This is called as what? Offset point method. And second option is what? ETABS quick template method. ETABS quick template method. And third one is your export and import method. These three methods are there to prepare your grid lines, and then only you can proceed for the modeling. Okay, so these three methods are there. Offset point method, and ETABS quick template option is there, and third one is the export and import method of drawing your grids. So we will look at overhead definition on later stage. First we have to understand the methods of preparing the grid lines in the ETABS software. So how many methods are there?
Three.
Three methods. What are those methods?
Three methods are there.
Offset point method, ETABS
Offset point
Offset point method.
One by one. Don't answer me in chorus.
Offset point method.
Okay.
ETABS. ETABS.
Quick template option is there.
ETABS quick template method and import and export method.
Yes, very good. So basically there are three methods. Aditi, Abdur Rahman, Amar. There are three methods. Offset point method, ETABS, quick template option is there, export and import methods. Okay. So offset point method is not common one. It's a general practice. Consultants are not practicing with this. It is very, very basic. Okay. But for your knowledge, I am sharing it. Second, ETABS quick template option is there. That is what in practice, and export and import method is in practice. Now, between these two, we have to understand one is your ETABS quick template option, and second, export and import method. So try to understand. ETABS quick template option is effective when your architectural plan is simple. The architectural geometry is not much complicated. When your architectural geometry is not much complicated, in that way, in that situation, you can proceed with ETABS quick template option. Let me give the example. Is it visible to all of you? Hello? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, visual.
So it's very simple architectural plan. Very small and very simple architectural plan. There's no much complication. It is very simple. Simple lines are there, vertical, horizontal lines are there in plan definition. So that this is what the grids A, B, C. This is the grids 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 5. It is the grid. So these all are what? Grid lines. These are what? Grid lines. So it is very simple. So you can proceed with the ETABS quick template option to prepare this grid in the ETABS software. No need to worry about. Okay, it is very simple. But if suppose very complicated architectural drawing is there, very, very complicated architectural drawing, let me show you the proof for that. Look at this. It's simple architectural drawing or complicated one?
It's complicated.
So
It's
that's
the complicated. Even it is also like normal, but still it is the complicated one. So if you are trying to prepare the grid for this kind of project in the ETABS software itself, okay, by using ETABS quick template option, so it is very difficult. Yeah, for the simple project it is okay. For the simple project, you can directly draw these grid lines in the ETABS software itself, and then you can proceed for the modeling. But in actual, if you are going to deal any complicated project, so there it is very difficult to prepare the grid lines in the ETABS software itself and then proceeding for the modeling. It is very difficult. So in that situation, we are looking at the third option, that is export and import option. We are preparing the grids in the ETABS center line plan. In the ETABS software, in the CAD itself, we are exporting this drawing from here. We are importing that drawing in the ETABS software directly. So that's why these two options are there. When your architectural plan is simple, when your grid is very simple, then the first option is okay. ETABS quick template option means making the grids in the ETABS software itself. But if your architectural geometry is very, very complicated, so experts recommend that in that situation, it is needed to go with the export and import method of option. Understood?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good. But one more thing I would like to add here. Experts recommend that as much as possible, you should try to go with the creating the grids in the ETABS software itself. Why it is? Because if you are going to practice with the ETABS software grids, so there will be less chances of errors. Hello.
Yes, sir.
There will be less chances of the errors. Means when suppose I am having this grid. Sorry. Suppose I am having this grid. Now I have to find this point. So exact point I am getting by the reference of intersection of this grid, by the reference of intersection of this grid. So suppose another grid is here, another grid is here. By the intersection of these two grid, I am getting the exact point. So there will be the less chances of my modeling error. Hello, right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Right,
Okay,
sir.
so there are the less chances. That's why experts recommend that you should try actually to proceed with ETABS tweak template option as much as possible. But if very complicated architectural drawing is there, so yeah, there's no option. Anyhow, you have to export the drawing from the CAD and you have to import in the ETABS software. Okay, so that is the what explanation about all these three methods. First, offset point method. Offset is very basic. I will let you know what is there in offset point method. And so commonly it is not in use. And second is what? ETABS quick template option is there. And third one is what? Your export and import method. Export and import method. These three methods are there. I'm going to clear these all. Okay, now close it. This is done. Now we will practice all of these methods one by one. So just go to this. Okay, one more thing. In ETABS software, what are the different codes are available? Okay, based on the country wise. So we are having this data. So I will share this file with you all. Okay, so you can see that what are the different codes, country wise database, RCC codes available in ETABS software. So all this American code is there, British code is there, Canadian code is there, European code is there, Hong Kong code is there, Indian code, Italian code, Korean, Mexico. These all these are the full form, and these are their full form or the country that denotes for which country this particular code is. So it is what New Zealand code. So these all are Mexican code is there. So that all are available here. Country wise database still codes. So all these codes are there. Country wise database still section code that all are available here. So you can find it from here. I will share this this file so you can read it. Thereafter, unit system. So as I told you, there are three unit system. US default option is there, metric SI option is there. So if you are going to work with metric SI, so distances we are considering feet, inches, and length, area, length, and loading we are considering kips. Okay, kips we are consider the loading. But when you come to use metric SI, so distances were measured in centimeter, okay, or meter. And when you come to the force unit, so the force in kilonewton. So you can see this file and you can understand what is actually given there. Understood? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Close it. Now come to now I have to prepare this grid. I have to prepare this grid by the offset point method. So like in offset point method, very simple it is. We are going to draw one base point. We are going to draw one base point. With a reference of this base point, we are going to take the another point. Then with the reference of this base point, we are going to take the third point. With the reference of this base point, we are going to create the fourth point. With the reference of this first, I am going to take the another point here, then another point here, then another point here. Okay. So next to next, all these points we are going to take. Understood? Okay. So
Yes.
this is called as offset point method. This is called as what? Offset point method. So just go to clear and then clear this all. Just come back to your ETABS. Come to your ETABS. And no, I don't need to, I don't want to model any grid by using this ETABS quick template option. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click over this blank. Even I'm not willing to practice so over the height definition. So let it to be as it is. We will come to this part later. Click over this blank. Let's say simply OK. Once you click over this OK button, the software will take you inside of this this software. Okay, so two windows will be there, two views will be there, left and right. On the left hand side, there is the plan view. On the right hand side, it is the 3D view. If you want to short this window, you can short it. If you want to increase the size of this window, you can increase it. If you want to close this window, 3D view, close it. Only the plan view will be there. If you want to add one more window, so just click over this drop down, add a new window. So it is what 3D view, this is what your plan view. Understood or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I would like to close this 3D view. This is only your plan view. Okay, now I would like to work on this plan view only. So go to plan and come to this first. Everything I will explain. Okay, now here I am on the first floor, story first. I am at the first floor. Now I have to draw these points here. It is what the ordinate of this point is 0, 0. So I need to go to these ETABS. I need to go to these ETABS, go to file, go to draw. And here the option is what? Draw joint and joint object. I would like to draw the joint object, click over that. Now it is asking about the ordinate of that joint. So it is what? It is the base point I am going to consider. Click anywhere, so that point will be modeled here. Is it what? Drawn here. The point is not available. Now next point, it is at a distance of 2 meters from the base point in X direction. So it is in meter. In mm, how much it will become?
2000.
Just a minute. Is it visible now? Yeah, it is what?
Yes.
2000. Just go back to your what? ETABS 2000. So go to draw joint and point, and it is what? 2000 in X direction. 2000. See, it is asking in mm, not in meter. 2000. Now close it. Click over this first. Now it is what? 2000 distance is there. Now next, go to draw. Okay, coming back to your this grid. Next point is at a what distance it is?
4600 mm.
2600. But from the reference of this second point, if you are considering from the base, how much it will be?
4600 mm.
4600. So I would like to take from the reference of this. So go to draw point, and it will be 4600. Now, being this window to be present, just click over this. Now the third point has been drawn here. Now come to the next. This fourth point, which is at a distance of 9.1 meter from this base and 4.5 meter from this. So now at this time, I'm going to take the reference of this point. So it is what? 4500.
500.
Okay, 4000. No,
500.
yeah, 4500 it is.
Yeah.
So go back to your ETABS. It will be 4500. Now from the reference of this, Now the third point has been, fourth point has been taken here. Now all the point has been drawn. Now next in y direction, all these points at a distance of 2 point, at an offset distance of 2.8 meter. So go back to your ETABS, go to draw point and joint at an offset distance of in y direction 2800 mm. Now click on this first. It is what present here. Click on this first. It is not present here. Click on this. Now it's present here. Click on this. Now it is present here. Similarly, in y direction, what is there? This is what? 3.1 meter. How much it will become? Hello?
5.9
Yes, sir.
3100. Now come to this. Click on this first. Then to this. Sorry, undo. This is the one, and not this one. Okay. Now this is all are available here. These all are now available here. Now close it. So can you tell me, these are the guide grid lines? These are the grid lines. Hello. Yes, these are. Yes, answer me. Answer to me. Hello. Hello.
These are only points placed,
Yes, sir.
but grid lines are not visible.
Sorry.
The points are being placed, grid lines are not visible.
No. It is the grid lines or it is the joints only, points only.
It is points only.
It is the points. So how you can call it as grid? Are you getting my point? Are you getting? Aditi?
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir,
we need to connect points.
Okay. Imran.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can't tell it to grid. It is basically it is all these all are the joints. Okay. So you need to go to draw, and now here the option is what? Draw grids. The option is what? Draw grids. Click over that and now close it. Now from this point to starting from here, coming to this point, then click here. Now it is giving the label to this grid as what? Grid first. From here to here, it is grid 2. From here to here, it is grid 3. If I'm moving from right to left, it is giving the label to the grid. Undo this all. If I'm moving left to right, from this point to this, it is giving what? Grid 1. If I'm moving from this point to this, it is giving the label to this as grid 2. If I'm moving from right to left, it is giving the label to the grid as 3. Understood? So this is the way you need to understand. Just come, just undo this. Okay. So this is what the procedure, how you can draw the grids over the points. First point, this is the grid. From here, this is the grid. You have to click on this first point. You have to freely move to this point and then click over this. This is the third point. So these are the 3 grids. This is the first, moving to this, fourth, moving to this from here to here, fifth, from here moving to this, sixth, from here moving to this, 7. Understood? Hello.
Yes,
now
sir.
I can call to these all are actually your grids. So this is the way how you can draw the grids by using offset point method. By using what? Offset point method. Is that all clear?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you have to remember this. What is the use of this offset point method? So previously that we have done, that it was only the join. Unless until you are not drawing this grid, unless and until you are not drawing this grid, so you will not able to, you can't say that it is the, it is what grid lines, right? This is the way So in this way, you have to prepare the grids by offset point method. This is the first. Now second is what? Using the ETABS quick template option. So I'm going to, we have to create this grid. So you all are with me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So this is called as what? Uniform grid system. This is called as what? Uniform grid system. If I'm going to practice to create these grids by using offset point method, so it is very time consuming or not? Hello. Taking
Yes,
one
sir.
point.
Yes, time consuming.
It is time consuming. So what the second option we are going to look at the second option, ETABS quick template option. So first try to understand there are two types of the grids, Cartesian type of the grid and cylindrical grid. Cartesian grid and cylindrical grid. So the grid which is having the grid system which is having the grids in the Cartesian directions X and Y, we are going to call it as Cartesian form of the grid. But if your grid is what? Having the curve, there is what? Cylindrical grid. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in Cartesian form, there are two types: uniform grid system, non-uniform grid system. Means if the distances between the two grids are same, we are going to call it as what?
Uniform grid system.
Uniform grid system. If the distances between the two grids are not same, we are going to call it as non-uniform grid system.
Grid system.
So you should answer which type of this grid system, either uniform or non-uniform.
Uniform.
Hello.
Hello. Uniform.
Uniform grid system.
It is what? It is uniform grid system. Very good. Just come to your ETABS. Okay, this is all done. Go to file. So as I told you, it is not much common way of preparing the grid. Okay, so the second, the ETABS quick template option is the most common one. Go to file, go to new model, just say no. Okay, when you open a new project, so this dialog box will open up. You have to go with the third option, and which unit system you have to use, either feet and inches. For feet and inches, you have to go with US customary. For meter or centimeter in mm, you have to proceed with a metric SI. So first you need to check your grid system in which unit it is. Tell me. It is in metric SI or metric SI?
Metric SI.
This is metric SI, sir.
Very
SI
good.
system.
Very good. So I need to go back to ETABS, metric SI, Indian. Rest of all things keep as it is. You don't need to change it. Go to OK. And with this, okay, very interesting part we are going to cover here. So like, tell me, how many grids are there in X direction?
The 6 grid.
Hello.
5 numbers. Hello. Six numbers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kindly mute your mic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 grid systems are there in X direction. And unfortunately, we are having 6 grids in Y direction also. So come back to your ETABS. So number of grid lines in X direction, I am going to put as 6. Number of grid lines in Y direction, I am going to put here as 6. Both are 6. Spacing of grids in X direction. What is the spacing in X direction? Tell me. Hello.
Meter.
3 meter. And in Y direction?
5 meter.
5 meter. But one thing you have to remember here is spacing of grids in X direction as 3 meter and spacing of in Y direction as it is 5 meter. This is all done. Okay. Now grid labels. Once you click on this grid label, so try to understand, by default, software will give the labeling to all the grids in X direction as alphabetical labeling, starting from A up to Z, A, B, C, D, right? So that you can find from here also. Same way I have followed. See, A, B, C, D, E, F. So in X direction, software is what software is doing. In X direction, software giving the label to all the grids as A, B, C, D. But for Y direction, by default, software is giving the labeling to the grids as 1, 2, 3, 4. But one thing you have to mention, notice here, the labeling is not top to down. Labeling is what?
From bottom to top.
From bottom to top. And for X direction, labeling will be from left to right. Okay, so go to ETABS. See, X direction A, label left to right by default. For Y direction, numbering is there from bottom to top. But software has given the option. If you would like to change, you can change it right to left or top to bottom. So tell me whether you would like to change it or you would like to go with the default setting.
Default setting.
Let it to be, doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, good. Let's say okay, this is done. So in this way, you have to understand it. What does mean by this custom grid spacing? I will come to that point later. Okay, so this is what for the uniform spacing you have to go with this, and for uniform grid system, it is enough if you are proceeding with uniform grid spacing option. This is what overheight definition. So I will explain these all points in a very detailed way, but right now I'm not going to explain it. Here first we have to understand the in-plan definition. Okay, I will talk in detail about overheight definition later. Okay, so total number of stories are what? I'm going to put here as 5 directly. There is a detailed explanation beyond it. I will let you know later. Typical story height, very interesting topic it is. So, but I'm going to put here as 3, what actually has given, same value. Bottom story height, very interesting part it is to understand. But here I'm going to put what actually has given. This is all done. And rest of all this, I would like to keep as it is. Now tell me, whether you would like to go with blank or with the grids. Whether you want to have the grid or not. Tell me.
With grids.
Okay, so now at this time we have to check this grid. If you are taking blank, so nothing will be there. If you are taking this grid, as per your definition, grids will be there. Let's say simply okay. Once you click over this OK button, so now your grid is automatically having in front of you. Hello. Last time we have taken a lot of effort. One point, then drawing of grids. So that is what, that one is the easiest one, or this one is the easiest one? Tell me.
This one is easy.
This is easy.
Okay. How smartly you can prepare your grids with this option, you can understand. So your grids is now ready. You can proceed for the model. Okay. So, but if suppose, okay, like for having my grids, I feel that it is not clearly visible. I have to increase the visibility of this grid. So what? Go to edit. Go to edit story and grid system. Once you click over this, and it is what overheight definition. So I'm not interested to make any change over the height definition. I'm interested to change the in-plan definition. So go to modify, show grid system. Once you click over this, so now this dialog box will open, and now the grid. I would like to increase the visibility of this grid. So take it and let's say okay. Let's say okay. Once you click over the okay, then say okay. Now see, the visibility has been improved or not?
Yes, sir.
Now suppose I'm not interested with the color of this grid. I would like to change the color of this grid to red. So go to file. Sorry, go to edit. Go to edit story and grid system. Go to modify. I would like to change the color from black to this red. Okay. Say okay. Say okay. Now this is what changed. Now suppose I'm not willing to, I'm not okay with the sizes of these bubbles. I have to change this bubble size. Go to edit. Go to edit story grid system. Go to modify this again. It is what I would like to make it as what 1000 only. Let's say okay. Okay. It is not short. Sizes is not reduced. So any modification, I would like to express that how you can do the modification in your existing grid for the in-plant definition. So go to edit historic grid system. For the in-plant definition modification of the grids, you can proceed with here. Okay, suppose I would like to rotate this existing grid by the 30 degree. So put this 30 degree here, rotation, say okay, say okay. Is that all okay? Hello.
Yes, yes, sir.
If suppose I want to change the color from red to blue, that you can do. If you want to change the bubble size, that you can do. If you want to change the orientation, that you can do. If you want to shift this complete grid from its origin, this grid is what at the origin. I want to shift this grid with the same inclination by the 10 meter in X direction. So go to edit historic grid system, go to modify. Ordinate is what? 0, 0. So for X direction, how much? 10 meter. 10 meter in X direction. Let's say okay. Let's say okay. Now your ordinate, your axis origin is here. Your axis is shifted by 10 meter in X direction. Understood or not? Hello.
No, sir, please repeat this for me.
Sorry.
Sir, please repeat this for me, sir.
Okay, I will definitely. Any other question?
No, sir.
और ग्रिड को इंक्लाइन कैसे किया वो बताएं।
कौन पूछ रहा है ये?
इमरान पूछ रहा है।
हाँ इमरान सर, क्या पूछ रहे हो आप?
ये ग्रिड को ऐसा इंक्लाइन कैसे किया?
अच्छा बताता हूँ, वेट। बहुत चीजें जो आपको नहीं समझ में आई है वो आपको पूछ लेना है। गो टू एडिट स्टोरी ग्रिड सिस्टम, इन प्लान डेफिनेशन, गो टू मॉडिफाई हियर। रोटेशन आपको नॉर्मल पहले ड्रॉ कर लेना है। देयर आफ्टर यू हैव टू चेंज दिस रोटेशन। सपोज आई हैव टू चेंज इट टू 45 डिग्री। लेट्स से ओके ओके, नाउ इट इज इंक्लाइंड बाय 45 डिग्री। So this is the way how you can edit the existing grid system. Okay, now after the this is the one first uniform grid system. Now second grid we have to draw here, that is what? Non-uniform grid system. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, it is uniform or non-uniform? Fast.
Non-uniform, sir.
It is basically what?
Non-uniform grid system.
Non-uniform grid system it is. So okay, so like go back to your ETABS, go to file, go to new model. So it is asking to save this model. Say no, I'm not interested to save this. Now with this I need to go with this third. I need to look at what unit system is there. So it is metric SI. In meter all these dimensions are. So metric SI, rest of all things will be as it is. Let's say simply okay. Now in this new model quick templates, I have to draw these. I have to define the in-plant definition. Come to this. How many grids are there in X direction?
7 grids.
7.
Sorry?
7.
So 7 grids.
Okay. And okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? In Y direction, how many grids are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grids are there. It is uniform, non-uniform?
Non-uniform.
It is non-uniform. Why it is non-uniform? Because the distances between the two grids are not same. That's why we are going to see. But go back to these ETABS. So when you come to these ETABS, tell me, is there any use of this uniform grid spacing option?
No.
No, sir.
No use. I need to go with what? Custom, right? Yes. Go to custom grid spacing, go to edit grid data option. Once you click over this edit grid data option, so this new dialog box with some modification will be open in front of you. Okay. There you will be able to find two options: display grid data as ordinate, display grid data as spacing. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now try to understand what will happen if you are going to proceed with this display grid data as ordinate. In this case, you have to consider one grid as a origin grid, one grid as a origin grid for the x direction. For y direction, you have to consider one grid as origin, and with reference of this origin, all other grids you have, all other grid dimensions you have to put. Okay, how to do? Try to understand. Okay, A to B in reference of A, how much it is?
4.5.
4.5.
4.5. It is what? A is 0. A
Yes,
is
sir,
what?
0.
0. Sorry. You have to put like B is at a distance of B is at a distance of 4.5 from the reference of A. So for the B, we have to put what? Hello?
4.5 meter.
Yes, sir.
4.5. Okay. Done. Accordingly, the modification you can observe here. Come back. C at a distance of C at a distance of what? 4.5 plus 6.6 from the reference of this A grid. How much it is totally? You need to add these two values. So you will get what? 11.1. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Right, yes, sir.
11.1. Now, B from the reference of from the reference of A is at a distance of what? C?
16.1.
Sorry, yeah, D. Sorry, D.
11.1.
No, D. D at a distance of what?
16.1.
16.1.
16.1. I need to put here as 16.1. 16.1. Okay. But see, how many grids are there?
The 7 grids.
7. E, F, G. So add E, F, G. Okay. Now, first is correct. Second is D. Now E. E at a distance of what? 3.5, 5, 6.6, 4.5. These all values you have to add. Then you will get the final value is what? 19.6. So every
19.6.
time, every distances you have to add. Come back to your ETABS. How much it is?
19.6.
19.6.
19.6. Now third and next F
26.1.
from the reference of A, how much it is? 26.1. 26.
Correct, correct.
And last one is what? G.
31.1. That also correct.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
G is what? At a
13.
distance of
31.1.
31.1. Okay. Now add one more. This will be your. No. Just delete this. 31.1. Now it's all done. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, for this, for y direction, how many grids are there? Yeah. 3.5, 4. First will be 0. Second 3.5. Then 4. Sorry. Addition will be there. 3.5 plus 4. How much will be?
7.5.
7.5.
7.5.
Okay. Then for this
11 point something.
11. Put it as 11. I need to add it. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now fifth point is what? 16.
16.
Every time you actually here it is given. I have already taken this addition. That's why it is somehow it is easy. But if I'm giving only this dimension, every time you have to take your calc, you have to add this value. Okay. So remember that point. Now this is done. My grid is not ready. Suppose I'm giving a condition. There is a 1,000 number of grids in X direction. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many?
1,000
1,000 grids.
In Y direction, there is 2,000 grids.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how much time you need to have to complete that grid.
More time, sir.
No,
It is possible to do manually?
it is not possible.
No, sir, not possible.
Not
Not
possible. Okay. Okay. Suppose 1000 grids are there and 2000 grids in Y direction, and in X direction, repetitive spacing that we are calling typical spacing. See here, for X direction, is there any typical spacing?
No, sir.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
there.
5
Okay.
meter.
One uniform spacing, typical
5
spacing.
meters.
Typical spacing means the spacing which is repetitive. 5 meter
5
here,
meter.
5 meter. Two grids are of same spacing. Hello.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
This is
Okay,
called as typical spacing.
Achha,
Okay.
okay, okay.
For
Yes,
Y direction, it is 3.5, 3.5. It is typical spacing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what condition I'm trying to give you? 1000 grids in X direction, 2000 grids in Y direction. So you said it is very difficult. Again, the spacing like suppose 5 meter is 200 times, and 3.5 meter for Y direction, it is 600 times. So repetitive spacings are there, and number of spacing is very large. So it is very, very complicated to draw that kind of grids. Then what? We need to have some solution for that. Okay, I will come to that point later. But before of that, the second option we have to understand, display grid data as spacing. So once you check this option, with this option, you don't need to add every single grid spacing. In this option, you just have to find what is the distance between A to B. In reference of A, it is 4.5. So I have to put 4.5. Okay. Then for B in reference of B, I have to put this distance 6.6 only. So 6.6. The distance between C to D in reference of C, you have to put 5. Are you getting my point? So this is what individual spacing you have to put here. So tell me, this first option is effective or second option is effective?
Second option is effective.
Is that all okay?
Yes, sir.
Now come to the problem that I have just now that I have raised. Suppose 1000 spacings are there, 1000 grids are there in X direction, 2000 grids are in Y direction. Okay, so what to do for that? So in that situation, the solution is there. We are going to take the help of uniform grid spacing option. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Define
Yes, sir.
1000 here and number of grids in Y. How many?
2000.
2000.
2000. Typical spacing. Let's consider this example. Typical spacing is what?
5 meter.
X direction 5 meter. Y direction
3.5 meter.
3.5 meter.
3.5 meters.
Now, with this definition, I need to go with this custom. See, this is not the solution because other grids are of a different spacing, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
So anyhow, I need to go with this custom grid, but I will take the help of this uniform, go to custom, now go to edit. See, 1000 grids are already here updated. 2000 grids here, it is what already updated. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I will go with this custom edit grid data. So all typical spacings are there. I will take the help. So only change value I'm going to change. Suppose here 3.5. Now I will find. Suppose I will find. This is what. Okay, go to this. This is the only change. So I will make it as what 4. Now I will come to this. This is only what I'm going to make it as 6. Now come to this. I will make it as what 7. Okay, like that for the selected grid spacing I am going to edit here. For rest of others I don't need to change. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So that is what advantage of taking the help of uniform grid spacing option. Is that all okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now, for this the problem, kindly mute your mic who is there. Continuously you are disturbing. Hello. Yeah. Number of grids in X direction. Tell me how many grids are there in X direction?
The 7 grids.
So would you like to take the help of this uniform grid spacing or not? Option?
No, sir.
No? Hello? Would you like to take the help of this uniform grid spacing or not?
Yes, yes, with custom grid spacing also.
Check. How many grids are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 number of grids are there. 7. Number of grids in Y direction, tell me.
5.
5. So I'm going to put here as 5. Now, spacing of grids in X direction, typical spacing 5. In Y direction, 3.5. Okay. Go to custom. Go to edit. Okay. If I'm proceeding with uniform grid spacing, so that is what the solution for my problem.
No.
Anyhow, I need to go with this custom grid spacing. So
Yes.
go to this custom grid spacing, go to display grid data, and here I need to put what? A to B in reference of A, it is 4.5. B to C in reference of B, it is 6.6. C to D in reference of C, how much it is? 5. D to E in reference of D, 3.5. E to F in reference of E, 6.5. F to G in reference of F, 5. And G to next in reference of G, what will be there?
0.
0. Okay, so that is what 0. So it is not the meaning to delete it.
Oh.
Okay, it will be there. Now come to Y direction. 1 to 2 in reference of 1, how much it is?
3.5.
2 to 3 in reference of 2,
4 meter.
4. 3 to 4 in reference of 3,
7, 3.5.
3. 4 to 5 in reference of 4,
5 meter.
5 meter. Got it? Now this is all done. And I would like to change the bubble size to 1000 and some grid color, dark color I would like to have. Say okay. This is all done. Let's say simply okay. Okay. In plant definitions, we have defined to the software overheight definition. In overheight definition, it is what? Base. Sorry. A total number of stories, how much? 10. Number of stories, how much? 10. Typical story height is what? 3.3. Bottom story height is what? Hello?
Yeah.
2.5.
2.5. But I would like to make some modification over the height definition. I am not clear about number of stories and all. So I need to go to this custom, go to edit story data, over height definition.
Okay.
Okay. If you
Yes.
want any over modification in overheight definition, go to edit story data. Okay. So it is what base. I would like to make that as first. I would like to, okay, what is there? Yeah, it is plinth or oblique ground. So I would like to make that as plinth oblique ground, right? You can change like that. Then it is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8. It is what? 9. Like that, it is the height of individual stories. Each individual stories, these are total cumulative heights. Okay, from base to plinth 2.5 meter, from plinth to first 3.3 meter. Okay, these are I will talk in detail about these all things on later stage. Here I just want to express how to edit these things. Okay, so overheight
Yes.
definition you can edit from here. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I want to have the grids. So click over this grid. Let's say simply okay. Once you click over these grids, so now definition is available here. Your model, your grid lines now available here. Again, if you want to do any modification, go to editor, go to edit story definition. Over the plant definition, if you want to change, over the grid definition you want to change. Okay, so go to modify this grid system, and like suppose I want to change the color to this red. Let's say okay, I want to change the rotation by 30 degree, change it to 30 degree. Okay, if you would like to increase the bubble size 1500, let's say all done. Okay, okay, this is all done. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Yes, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So like in this way, you can edit the existing grid system. Got it? So in this way, you can draw the grids by using offset point method and by using ETABS quick template option. So these two points we have covered here. Now in the next session, we will see how to draw the grids which is of which is of a cylindrical form. I will let you know how to draw this grid system that we will see in the next session. Okay, so this is
Yes.
all about today's session. If you are having any doubt and question about the today's session only, so you can ask me. And this
Yes,
request with you all guys, those who are not knowing how to attend the session through the website, that I will let you know. And if you are having any problem about the today's session, so you can ask me.
These points are the center line of the columns, right, from the top view.
Sorry?
These points A, B, C, D, E, F, G, these points are the center line of the columns, right?
Yes,
From the
yes,
top side.
yeah. That I will explain, Sultan.
Yes.
I will explain that. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
please answer my question in the chat.
What?
In the chat, I write my question.
Let me see.
Please mute the
You
mic.
can't
There
import
is
and
one-
export the code. Abdurrahman,
Yes.
you can't export the code, export or import the code. Whatever the inbuilt software that you can use.
Okay. Because
Okay.
we use different code. We can't apply in the
Yes.
software.
Yes. All the codes are available in the software itself.
Okay.
You have to use that only. See, but today we have shared the link to your WhatsApp. But by tomorrow's session, it will not be shared to your WhatsApp. Remember, you have to join the session through the website only. Remember, so those who are not knowing, they can personally contact with me. Okay.
Okay, sir.
या आज हम लोगों ने शेयर कर दिया था आपको लिंक. कल से आपको पर्सनली सेशन का लिंक व्हाट्सएप पर नहीं मिलेगा, वेबसाइट से ही मिलेगा. आपको वहीं से ज्वाइन करना है, वहीं पर रिकॉर्डिंग भी मिलेगा, यूजर गाइड हम अपलोड करेंगे. और भी फिर भी प्रॉब्लम आता है तो आप पर्सनली कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं.
Yes, sir.
Hello.